Hello everyone. So my research topic is relief texture mapping, as you can see. So this is the paper I have taken, and in this paper the author has given an example of without relief texture mapping and with relief texture mapping. So the walls which you are seeing here, these are a bit blurred, but after the texture mapping has been done, you can see the textures over here. So the process works in two different steps. So first is slightly shifting the texture in a clever way so that we can make some simple adjustment, which is done in pre-warping equations. And the next thing is like we map every texture as usual. So this is the part where I've created my own custom codes for my parallax effect, both vertex and fragment shaders. So our next code is the ray marching code, where it is actually a method to find the surface interactions based on the maps which we are giving, like the height maps and the normal maps. Next is the simple vertex shader and the simple fragment shader. So these are two simple custom codes which I have written it. So after all pre-warping and texture mapping, so this is the output we get. So this is actually a simple base texture. So where it is a replication of the first picture which is mentioned in the research paper. So it is just like a wall. Further on key press functions, it will get activated with multiple maps, which will give the relief texture. So this is the final output where you can see the changes in the shadows as the light and the object moves along the its own axis. So we can see the shift in the shadows. So that's what the relief texture mapping actually works in real time. So basically what is happening in the backend is a texture is added with a orthogonal displacement per texel, which applies basically two different steps initially, which is the pre-warping of the texture followed by the standard texture mapping. So this factorization of the 3D image warping allows us to give the efficient reconstruction using the 1D row and column processing, which will enhance the 3D mesh on our 3D model. So it will give extra shadows and the parallax effect to our particular texture. So when it comes to pre-warping algorithm, it is just 1D horizontal and the combination with the vertical texture space warps, which just combine together and follow this particular algorithm to perform the pre-warping and the pre-warping equations. So basically the paper which I have taken is the foundational in the area of rendering realistic surfaces using different textures rather than actual geometry, and it is laid in the groundwork for many developments in terms of game and simulation of the graphics. So in the conclusion, so I would like to say like the basic relief texture mapping improves the realism in particular object or a other 3D model which you have taken by simply simulating surface characteristics like bumps and grooves and different normal maps and height maps, like without using any other additional geometry, to be honest. And the efficiency and the accessibility are actually increasing exponentially as the basic hardware and the optimization advances in this process. And the main advantage is the visual quality which we are getting in this. So it will be furthermore enhanced by the upcoming developments.